Steven here today, and today what I wanted to talk about is the oven concept that I introduced a while ago, revisited, master edition. Pay attention. So if you do recall, in that video, I basically brought up the mantra of an oven to represent the Dantian, or if you want to put it, the seat of the will for the living being, right? And how that typically tends to be, or should be, the locus of focus whenever you're embarking on your bodybuilding journey, right? So that video went at length, kind of wrapping everything I know about nutrition, the true facts from the artificials, and then at the end, a little starter kit, if you will, to get you going into your own self-discovery. Now, for today, I wanted to specifically focus on that concept of fire, right? And how I think it's something that, especially in today's day and age with our incessant pull of the fire and brimstone gospel ages, we actually don't have a very good relationship with our firebending affinities, right? And this is what I wanted to work on today. If you think of a flame, right, you will essentially realize that there are more subtle, powerful energies and elements that are present there than we actually, I guess, maybe initially cognize. So let's kind of dive into that deeper. If, for example, think of the closest relationship you have with someone, maybe whether it's your best friend, your mate, your romance, the girlfriend you just met who you have like awesome sex with, right? Picture them in your mind now, and then picture yourself, right? So you place them close to you, and then you place yourself there. And then now, what I want you to do is to visualize a line going from you to them, right? That is the line of the bond that you currently have with this person. If you want to transcend or augment this, it is chemistry, it's attraction, it is mutual respect, it's love, it's empathy for one another, compassion that you both share for one another, the amount of goodwill that you have towards one another, and the good-naturedness, if you want, that you have fostered and cultivated amongst one and another. Kinship, right? That whole twin soul effect, mini type kind of thing, right? It is all of that in one package. Now, the more and more I talk about it, you start thinking about the wave that is everything that is the moments that has been experienced from the day you first laid eyes upon one another to now, right? It's kaleidoscopic in nature. It goes up and down, and it intensifies, right? Now, as you're seeing this, you can see how the line no longer is just a dull line, but it starts having that sheen that we see in movies, kind of like Wonder Woman's lasso of truth, right? Now, what if we could just simplify down that to a flame, right? And therein is, in effect, the true, if you want to call it, value virtue, that is the relationship or bond that you have upon another. What is the state of that flame? Is it a calm but ever steady burning brushstroke? Is it non-existent at all? Just something that is resembling puttering ashes? Or is it a strong oak but not yet kindled, right? The more and more you picture that, you start seeing exactly what is necessary to cultivate and nurture what you have now into an ever-burning fire. Think of the never-ending burning tree of the Bible, if you will. That is the swag goal, if you want to call it, the golden mean, right? That's where you're heading. You don't want something that's like burning out of control to where it consumes everything in like 2 seconds. But at the same time, you don't want something that constantly needs to be rekindled over and over again. You want something that once it's turned on, it just like a steady outpour of a well-tuned Tesla-built flamethrower. That is the goal. That is the target. And at the same time, as you visualize this, you realize, oh, I know exactly what to do. Maybe I am too hot and I need to be a bit more passive. I need to maybe practice the other side of my yin yang coin, right? Maybe I need to allow her more input in what we do, right? Or maybe I am too cold and I need to be hotter. I need to be more exuberant, more output giving, more in tune with the moment at hand and present to the airs of my own personal expression to that, right? And so it truly just becomes a simple game of complementary love, right? And in my idea, in my opinion, that's where those books on like love languages stirred or came from. It's not so much that there's like 1,001 ways that you have to master of. There's 1,001 ways of being that you have to master if you want to be the penultimate lover. But rather, it's more of an understanding of what I am primally talking about here. These primal energies, these masculine, feminine, these hot and cold, these nexuses that cannot be split apart because together they conjoin to make something that much more fucking awesome. Now, to transcend the concept of this, I used relationship and dating because it's the most palpable way of explaining this concept of the flame and nurturing your flame. But what I wanted to bring it to is even deeper in a self-development game. Think of the flame that you have towards the dreams, whether it's achieving a better body, whether it's taking your business to another level. Maybe you have a solid product and you even have inklings of an ideal customer avatar, but you don't know how to bridge the two. Or maybe you do have all of those pieces together and now you're looking for the marketing conversion middle end that bridges everything and turns all of the activity that you have done up until now into a full-fledged entity, right? Or maybe you have those intermediate pieces and you're now looking at next level. You're now looking at finances and business development and essentially jumping into a new sector or industry all together, all the while without losing your current customer audience base. How do you go about doing that? Well, picture that what you currently have into a flame, right? Picture where you're trying to go. I always say if you don't know where you're trying to go, at least you don't have an idea of even how it manifests objectively. Just think of, use these magic words. Were I to have a magic wand right now, what is the end lifestyle solution that I would like to have? That gives you a pure symbol, whether it's a flash vision where you're waking up out of like a sick night out, hop into your baller Tesla car to catch a movie or to fuck your girls or to arrange or to go to the next threesome or foursome that you arrange, whatever it is, but it's at least a clear picture. And then you think about the flame that you currently have and what it should look like. in conjunction with the picture you just mind visualized. And that gives you bare bones next steps. More energy, okay, so I need to do more. More strategic pieces in place, like having a location. So I need to be more financially accountable, right? More people, so I need to go out more, etc., etc., etc. In the days of old, the flame was a powerful metaphor because it represented one's soul power in a way. And today, with, I guess, the multitude of ways in which we can experience life, either digitally or communally, I think there are things like not just self-preservation, but self-aggrandizement for our own introspective purposes that are lost to us and ultimately cause the, if you want to call it, factory build of incomplete identity matrices that we so commonly see today. And I hope that this swag mantra brings us one step closer back to totality and harmony. That was a fucking mouthful. Anyways, hope you guys got something out of this, and as always, swag the fuck out.